Welcome back to another episode of LTV News. I know I'm not Maddie, but I promise I'm the next best thing. We only have one more episode before the holiday, so I thought I'd step out of the control room and jump behind the desk. Believe it or not, Thanksgiving is over and December is right around the corner. No snow has fallen yet, but the temperature is dropping, more holiday lights are filling the streets, and Christmas music is pretty much playing everywhere you go. And with that, we have plenty of festive stories to put you in the holiday spirit. From all the best markets and festivals around the city, to a Christmas tree shortage across the US, and a ranked list of America's favorite Christmas movies.
Don't go anywhere because the last episode is special from new producers, hosts, and a studio upgrade. We have come a long way in the making of season 10, and we want to thank you for watching our show this season. For 5 episodes, I've sat behind this desk, and I can't wait to return to my seat next semester. But coming up today, we also have a major recall across the U.S., an unusual home for you and your friends to enjoy the trip, and a history behind America's favorite Thanksgiving parade. All that and more right here on LaSalle TV News.
Good evening and welcome back to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and Olney Ave to Philadelphia and the world. My name is Donny and I'm excited to be here with you for the last episode of this semester.
And I'm Yacky, and you're watching LTV News, LaSalle TV's hotspot for all the LaSalle and Philadelphia related info and events. There's a lot to catch up on in the next half hour, so don't go anywhere because for tonight's show, we have a lot of fun, festive, and interesting stories you won't want to miss. So let's get started.
Members of campus, such as students and staff, gathered to serve the Philadelphia Police Department with turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and all the favorites you can think of on Thanksgiving. Serving first responders Thanksgiving dinner is a holiday tradition at LaSalle. Students and staff delivered dinner to the 35th Precinct, and since the 14th Precinct is under renovation, they came to us at the Blue and Gold Commons for their special Thanksgiving dinner. Beginning in 1999, students from LaSalle Ambassadors organized the first Thanksgiving meal drop-off. They fundraise year-round to make it possible, and today the mission to feed first responders remains the same. Their current Vice President, Mia Mattingly, stated, "It's a long-standing tradition with ambassadors, and it's nice to be able to give back to the community that protects LaSalle."
Destiny Brooks, class of 2024, studies criminal justice and business administration. But on the side, she's an entrepreneur. Brooks, from South Jersey, was in the midst of a shopping addiction when she decided to start making her own bags instead of buying someone else's, inspired by other entrepreneurs in the family. Brooks launched La Folie and is offering 2 purses aimed to customers looking for nice bags for school or work. Brooks handled every step of the business process, including custom designing the bag, sourcing a manufacturing partner, and creating social media and e-commerce sites. To date, she sold over 15 bags, which has helped fund the resupply of inventory. Brooks said, "It feels so good that my product that people are wearing and people like." The university has also been a large support and resource for La Folie. By working with the School of Business Center for Innovation Entrepreneurship and Career Center has helped guide Brooks in becoming an entrepreneur.
Last week, I had the chance to sit down with 2 members from our very own AWC, the Association of Women in Communication. They tell us all about what it's like to be a part of AWC, what it means to them, and what they've learned. Let's take a look.
So AWC, the Association of Women in Communications, is an organization that we have here on LaSalle's campus that is basically here to help communication students connect with other communication alumni. We host an alumni panel once a semester, and we open it up to all students really, and we reach out to the alumni and try and have them come back so they can tell students about their career journey, possibly offer internships, business cards. It's just a great way to kind of connect the alumni community with the students that we have here on campus. So I actually heard about AWC from my other co-president, Megan, who was my roommate, best friend, still is, since freshman year. She joined her fall semester and basically hassled me into it until the spring semester. And I'm very grateful because it's given me a lot of opportunities and connections, and I'm glad that we were able to grow through this organization together.
I heard about AWC I think it was somewhere in the comp center. I don't know if it was Dr. Solano herself or if it was just like the other teachers like saying, oh, you should join this, or like there was something like in the hallway and they were just like, oh, sign up. Like I think that's probably what it was.
So we had a fall alumni panel back in October. We had people from all different types of companies, from like video editors, public relations specialists, all different types of jobs and organizations. And they basically came back. We start with a brief panel where they explain their beginnings, what they did here at LaSalle, how they got to where they are, and just a bit of advice. And then we kind of break off into smaller groups where students can ask like more meaningful questions if they have a specific question for one alumni. And alumni can also give business cards and talk to them a little bit more in just like a more personalized setting. And then basically from there, everyone's able to just keep connecting and talking or just leave. So we'll have another alumni panel in the spring, and it'll be the same kind of setup, but we do try and get a different group of alumni for every panel, just so there's a variety of both media and journalism, public relations, HR, internal comm. We try and get a wide variety group.
I feel like AWC has taught me to like not keep my eye on like one profession in the communications field, because I feel like there's so many different things that I can do, and I feel like every like AWC event that I've gone to, I've learned about like a new job that like interests me. So I feel like I'm always like learning more about the communications field. And then I've made a lot of really good connections. Like everyone, like all the alum that come back, they're so nice, and they always are like, oh, follow me on LinkedIn. Like they're always like offering like internships, or like, oh, like if you have any questions about anything. So I feel like that's nice to just like have those connections.
It's definitely given me a lot of connections and opportunities that I feel like I have an advantage, because I am the one reaching out to these alumni and getting to know them. I can use these connections later down the road for advice, maybe job offers. It's a really great organization, and it's given me a lot to help me in my professional career after college.
I feel like advice that I've received from the alum is just to like do as like just don't be scared, because I feel like a lot of us are like really scared. Like everything will work out. Like you might not get like your dream job right out of college, but like you'll find your way and you'll figure things out. I feel like getting a lot of experience is always a good thing, because there's so many different things that you can do. So I feel like a lot of the alum are similar. They've like done a ton of different things, and some of them still don't know what they want to do. So I feel like knowing that it's okay that you don't know what you want to do is like nice to hear.
So AWC is we always say it's kind of like a little sorority. We definitely have great relationships, and I think we can really relate, just being a woman in this field. I think it's amazing, and I think it's really important to have a group of women that you feel that you can turn to and relate to. And we've also met so many amazing female alumni that kind of inspire us to just show us what we can do, and it just kind of shows us that the sky's the limit.
One inspiring group. If you're a LaSalle communication major and want to be a part of AWC, keep an eye out for next semester for information on how to join. They'd love to have you. In other news, nonprofit group Special Needs Undergraduate Swim Lessons, or SNUGS, holds lessons every Sunday on UPenn's campus. These college students are doing their very best to give proper swimming lessons. The coaches are UPenn students, and the little swimmers are the children with special needs. From cerebral palsy to autism, the national nonprofit has almost a dozen chapters. Founded by Kristen Sardis' family. The Penn alum founded the one here during the pandemic. According to Sardis, I reached out, sent out mass emails with marketing materials, flyers explaining what SNUGS is. We really didn't get up and running until fall of my junior year, said Sardis. Now we have almost 200 families as part of the program. Lessons focus less on form and more on basic water safety. Accidental drownings is one of the leading causes of death among special needs children. While the lessons are free to families, the reward for the volunteers is priceless. According to them, to see how excited they are when they acquire a skill for the first time and to show their parents watching on the sideline, it's incredibly rewarding and always brings a smile to my face as well, said Roween Nassar, a senior and co-president of Snugs at the University of Pennsylvania.
Are you tired of staying in boring or dirty hotels? Do you want a way to spice up your next trip? The Haynes Shoe House is a unique Airbnb that lets you live like the old lady that lived in a shoe. This house is located just a couple hours outside of Philadelphia in Pelham Township. This piece of architecture was built in 1949 as a piece of advertisement for a businessman, Malone Haynes. Haynes owned a series of shoe stores across the Northeast and called himself the Shoe Wizard. This advertisement piece is now up for rent with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, with each room named after a piece of a shoe.
In a heartbreaking turn of events, a Southwest Philadelphia resident, Matt Malloy, is desperately seeking help after his beloved 2-year-old French bulldog, Leah, was stolen from his apartment on Chester Avenue. Heartbroken and in tears, Matt returned home to find his door kicked in and Leah missing. He's devastated, expressing how much Leah means to him, saying, "She means literally everything to me. To bring her back home." Matt's family raised $5,000 as a reward, and he's tirelessly spreading the word with flyers, hoping for her safe return. He's concerned for Leah's safety and is praying whoever took her will see the reward and bring her home. Every morning, Leah's excited greetings are dearly missed. Let's come together as a community to help reunite Matt and Leah. Our hearts are with him during this difficult time. If you know anything, please reach out and stay tuned for updates.
Before we continue, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because after this, we have everything from the first to most recent Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, a nationwide grocery store recall, a stolen forklift, and a major change in travel plans for many adventurers across the U.S.
Think buying fake products is harmless? Think again. Think fake cosmetics are tested and safe? Think again. Think that medicine you can buy off social media is high quality? Think again. Counterfeits are made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. Each year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products are sold in the U.S. I smell big crime. Think about it. If you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart. Buy smart. Go for real.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel you attract people who tend to be compulsive or abusive?
Do you have money problems because of someone else's drinking?
Are you afraid or embarrassed to bring your friends home?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too.
Al-Anon
and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Welcome back. The 97th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was once again a success, filled with balloons, floats, Broadway performances, musical acts, and a visit from Santa. The Rockettes returned to New York City this year with a highly synchronized dance performance to kick off the end of the year holidays. The one and only Cher took center stage to perform DJ Play a Christmas Song from her newly released holiday album, and Beyoncé gave a sneak peek at her new Renaissance movie for the first time in over 10 years. Poe from Kung Fu Panda took over the sky. Students marching bands from Alabama A&M, Mercer Island High School, and Greendale High School, along with the band directors marching band and the Macy's Great American Marching Band, marched their way down the street, performing alongside the floats. People from high up got a great view of the giant balloons floating down the street that take a very long 24 hours to blow up. And as always, the parade began with performers led the Tom Turkey float down Central Park West.
As far as holiday traditions go, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade is about as essential to the cozy November holiday as turkey and stuffing. And although there may be a few interruptions and obstacles along the way, the show has still been able to happen every year for almost a century. Let's take a look at the 5 historical facts about the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. The first fact is that the event was originally a Christmas parade. The original store was about 20 blocks south on 6th Avenue near 14th Street. Macy's has been at its current flagship location at Broadway and 34th Street since 1902. With that being said, continuing expansion made the location what Macy's called the world's largest store, an entire city block with more than 1 million square feet of retail space. In celebrations, employees organized a Christmas parade in 1924 featuring floats, bands, animals from the zoo, and 10,000 onlookers. According to a Macy's history page, it also started way up in 145th Street. The parade concluded with Santa Claus and the unveiling of the store's Christmas windows. 3 years later, the Christmas parade was renamed the Thanksgiving Day Parade. The second fact is that the parade was first broadcasted on the radio in 1932, then visually broadcasted in 1946. The third fact is the balloons in the parade have been around since almost the beginning. The fourth fact is that the parade's route has changed over time. And the fifth and final fact is the weather being a tough obstacle for the parade. Due to bad weather conditions, winds went up to 40 miles per hour, and the balloons were difficult to control. It got to a point where it struck a lamppost, injuring 4 people and putting 1 woman in a coma for a month.
A Taylor Swift fan, Ana Clara Benavides Machado, tragically passed away before she could attend the Eras Tour concert in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Despite receiving immediate medical attention from paramedics at the scene, Machado later passed in the hospital. The cause of death remains undisclosed. Singer Taylor Swift, in response to the incident, posted on social media and stated she would be postponing all upcoming shows in Rio due to the death of her fan and the increasing temperatures in Rio during that week. She stated, "The safety and well-being of my fans, fellow performers, and crew has to and will always come first."
A devastating tragedy unfolds as 19-year-old Sachin Hawkins, a promising future special education teacher from New York, lost his life in a shocking incident at the University of Hull in England. Hawkins, who had dreams of making a positive impact as an educator, was fatally stabbed by his housemate, 24-year-old Syed Hassan Kasi, while studying abroad. Despite efforts at the hospital, unfortunately, Hawkins passed away due to his injuries. Authorities swiftly took Hassan Kasi into custody on suspicion of murder after he fled the shared residence. Detectives assured the public, stating, "This appears to be an isolated incident between 2 individuals known to each other." Posing as a wider risk, Hawkins, a graduate of Freeport High School on Long Island, ventured to the UK in pursuit of his academic goals. Aspiring to be a role model for others, as his grieving mother expressed. She shared, "Hawkins was loved by everyone." Hawkins' mother, in deep anguish, questioned the motive behind this tragedy, stating, "What triggered it? Why Sachin?" Expressing bewilderment, she mentioned speaking to the roommate just days prior. Unable to comprehend the sudden turn of events at the heartrending loss reverberates across borders. Our thoughts are with Hawkins' family and friends, a bright light extinguished far too soon. If any of you have information regarding this incident, authorities urge you to come forward. Stay tuned for updates on this developing story.
A listeria outbreak linked to peaches, nectarines, and plums resulted in over 10 illnesses and 1 death, leading to a recall of these fruits. The fruits were sold at various retailers, including Walmart, Costco, and Aldi. Listeria can cause serious infections, especially in young children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. Symptoms include high fever, severe headache, stiffness, nausea, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. Pregnant women can suffer miscarriages and stillbirths, and consumers are advised to return the fruits to the place of purchase. The fruit has the potential to be contaminated with monocytogenes, which, according to the Center for Disease Control, is a bacteria that is especially harmful to pregnant people, people 65 and older, and people with weakened immune systems.
A 12-year-old boy in Michigan stole a construction vehicle outside of his middle school after finding the keys in the cab. He ran from the police for about an hour, hitting about 10 parked cars in the process. The vehicle was equipped with a forklifted and weighted 35,000 pounds and extremely dangerous to be operated without a license. Police were called to the school around 6:45 p.m. and found the boy riding down the street without the headlights. With sirens and lights, the emergency vehicles approached the machine at no more than 20 miles per hour. The child breached city limits. The county sheriff's office took pursuit until the boy stopped driving right around 8 p.m. The minor, whose identity was not released, was taken into custody and put into a juvenile detention center.
For months, Life at Sea Cruises have been signing up travelers and taking their money for a 3-year cruise that was just announced in March. Their website promised visits to the Great Wall of China, the Pyramids of Giza, and the Taj Mahal. The cruise was supposed to start on November 1st, but the ship was booked by another cruise line in mid-November. The day after that sale, Life at Sea announced that they were canceling their round-the-world voyage. They could not afford the $50 million that was being asked for the ship and said that investors dropped out because of the events happening in the Middle East. The cruise was charging between $38,000 and $98,000 per person per year for double occupancy. The ship was to have a capacity of 1,226 passengers, and less than half the cabins appeared to be booked. After several rescheduled dates, the cruise has officially been canceled as of November 17th, and passengers were promised repayment in monthly installments.
We're going to take one more quick break, but stay tuned because up next we have all the best places to find your holiday spirit. A new Christmas tree shortage, each state's favorite Christmas movie, a very special city hall visit from Santa, and an inside look at the Made in Philadelphia Fall Market at Dilworth Park.
As birthplace to the first volunteer fire companies, Philadelphia is home to one of the nation's premier fire museums. Fireman's Hall Museum displays the city's fire history in addition to promoting fire safety. You can visit Fireman's Hall Museum in Old City at 147 North 2nd Street. Visit firemanshallmuseum.org to learn more, or watch the museum's show, Curator's Corner, on LaSalle TV.
Welcome back. Santa, Mrs. Claus, and their crew kicked off the Christmas season with a ride on the SEPTA Santa Express on Friday to Center City. After the ride, Santa arrived for carols and ice skating with families at Dilworth Park. Santa stated, "Philadelphia is one of my favorite cities to come and look at the crowd, and couldn't ask for anything else." Before heading back to his holiday festivities, Santa shared a special holiday message wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
Are you looking for things to do this holiday season? Are you looking for ideas on how to get yourself in the festive spirit? Philadelphia has so many ways to celebrate this year. To start off, head down to the Dilworth Park now through February 25th for many fun-filled activities that will for sure put you in the holiday spirit. Also through February, Franklin Square is hosting a winter fest with Chilly Philly Holiday Mini Golf, an electrical light show hosted by Petco, and street curling. Head on down to the Philadelphia Zoo after dark because once all the animals are asleep, the zoo is covered with more than 1 million lights to put on a beautiful show. The light show is accompanied by hot chocolate, seasonal snacks, live entertainment, and adult beverages. Through all of December, check out the Tinseltown Holiday Spectacular in FDR Park for food and drinks around the ice skating ring. They also offer a 160-foot-long ice slide you can slide down. Celebrate Christmas at the Longwood Gardens with hundreds of Christmas trees decorated with holiday fashion and a lit-up fountain in the Botanical Gardens. Check out more than 60 specialty shops and peddlers village that would perfect for your holiday shopping. On top of that, more than 100 vendors will be setting up shop at City Hall and Love Park for the annual Christmas Village. This is an event you won't want to miss. And finally, the Academy of Music will be presenting the Nutcracker from December 9th through the 30th through the Philadelphia Ballet Ballet's annual holiday production.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and holiday spirit is quickly spreading throughout the city. Every fall and winter, Dilworth Park holds the Made in Philadelphia market, where small businesses from around Philadelphia and surrounding area gather to promote their brand and sell handmade products. Each stand varied from snacks, jewelry, paintings, photography, candles, household items, clothes, dog treats, and a whole lot more. There was also lots of hot food and alcoholic beverages for guests over 21. Each vendor is an artisan, designer, jeweler, or crafter who created their business and products right here in Philadelphia. If you're ready to start celebrating the holidays and want to support your small local businesses, head down to Dilworth Park before it's too late. The market, which began on November 10th, will be open until January 1st every day from noon to 8 and 9 on Fridays and Saturdays. If you want to enjoy the festivities or just get some holiday shopping done, head down to the Made in Philadelphia Holiday Market.
As the holidays are near, Christmas tree shortages loom, impacting long-standing farms like Shamrock Christmas Tree Farm and Christmastown. Factors like drought and wildfires disrupt supplies. Prompting closures, Shamrock Joe's shipment laments a canceled tree shipment. Leading to their first closure in over 30 years, others like Christmastown face damage-related closures. Despite challenges, farms are assuring a good national supply, but acknowledges localized shortages. Let's support local farms amid this shortage. Stay tuned for updates as the hunt for the perfect tree continues.
As December is approaching, there's a lot of ways to get yourself into the holiday spirit. One of the best ways is by sitting down and watching a Christmas movie. Everybody has a favorite, so what is yours? A study was done across the U.S. to find out what the most popular Christmas movie is in each state. Overall, the most popular Christmas movie turned out to be A Christmas Story, being the favorite movie in 24 states, including New Jersey, New York, Delaware, Texas, and Alaska. Elf is the most favorite movie in several states like Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and Florida, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas is only the favorite in Rhode Island and Montana. Home Alone is loved in Maryland, Louisiana, California, and Idaho, and a few other movies are loved across the states, including The Nightmare Before Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Vacation, and so many more amazing movies that put us in the holiday spirit. Well, that just about does it for this episode of LTV News. We'll see you next time for more fun and exciting stories, but until then, you can find us on the web, as well as the rest of LaSalle TV on our Facebook and Instagram page. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so tweet at us using our Twitter handle and start the conversation.
And if you missed the scoop and want to see it, you can find episodes on YouTube under our LaSalle TV Philly page. Thank you to our crew and viewers for helping make this first half of the season possible, and we look forward to many more successful episodes next semester. And trust me, it'll be here before you know it. But for now, I'm Yacky Reyes.
And I'm Donny. Don't forget to tune in next time for more fun stories, but until then, we wish you all a happy holidays and a stress-free rest of the semester. Thanks for watching LTV News, where the action never stops.